Hi, my name is Brandon Couch, and I'm the lead technical designer on Fallen Order.
Brandon, talk about what you're showing here with Fallen Order.
Here we're showing a mission on Kashyyyk, a section of gameplay where you jump into Saw Gerrera's attack with the partisans on the refinery, which is an Empire stronghold where they have Wookiee slave laborers like refining tree sap into a compound for the Empire machine.
So it's been a while since we've seen a third-person action-adventure game taking place in Star Wars. I think in Star Wars World, last one I can think of was Force Unleashed. So what were some of the challenges when making the lightsaber and Force powers not feel over the top and not making the lightsaber feel like a baseball bat?
Right. We wanted to make third-person action-adventure from the start, from day one. That was like what we were excited about. And the lightsaber is like the ultimate melee weapon. I've worked on melee games in the past. Stig's worked on God of War. I've worked on God of War. Lightsaber is just awesome as a designer to get to use, but it is kind of like a blessing and a curse where it's such an awesome, powerful, ultimate sword, but it does cut things down right away. And so you can't have a game where you just kill everything in one hit. It's probably not going to be that fun. So it was a challenge, but we worked on that. We wanted to make sure that the lightsaber kills in one hit, but enemies have defenses. Like the grunts can defend. They have a charged like baton to defend against your attacks.
So can you actually hack off arms and legs in this game or no?
You can, but it's like still being
it's not egregious.
Yeah, it's definitely not egregious. We kind of like use the films as reference and working with Disney, and it's like, it's used as like powerful moments and like, kind of like critical things. So we'll use it in a similar way.
The game's story takes place in a very unique history, in a very unique point of the Star Wars universe. It's after the prequels, but before A New Hope. So he's a Padawan who survived. Was he on the Jedi? Was he in the Jedi Tower when this happened, or was he off-world?
It's a great question. You'll find out in the game. But yeah, it is a really cool time period to be in. We were really excited that we got to do like a canon Star Wars story. So Cal Kestis is part of the Star Wars universe. We haven't seen him before, so that gave us the freedom to kind of like write his story. But obviously it fits within like making sense between Episode 3 and New Hope, and so you will see how he gets to where he is and where he goes.
His lightsaber has the biggest hilt I think I've ever seen in a film or comic or whatever. What's the deal? Why is it so big?
Well, it looks damaged. I think we'll find out in the game.
Oh, did it used to be like the staff one, so it came out of both ends?
I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
He also mentions you mentioned two Jedi Masters in the gameplay demo you're showing here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Seer is part of your crew on the Stinger Mantis. It's your spaceship that you travel around the galaxy with, and so Seer is not your master, but she's, like you're a Padawan and we'll find out about your master and like kind of the story there in the game. And then Seer is a Jedi master, and so the two of you kind of get put together because like the Jedi Order is in shambles, and it's like post Order 66 and things are crazy, and so we'll find that out in the game through the story, like how those two come together and what they're both trying to accomplish.
Can you talk about the skill tree in the game, because you have unlockable abilities?
Yeah, we have a skill tree in the game. So basically, as you fight in combat and complete objectives and things, like you'll gain experience and you'll gain skill points, and then you can use those skill points to unlock abilities and upgrades inside the skill tree. And so it's like, and it's got choices. Like you can choose like kind of which path you want to go down and like which things you want to unlock at different times. And so you can choose to like focus on your lightsaber or focus on force powers or focus on other things. And the combat will like reflect that, and you'll be more skilled at certain situations.
Is there a dark side of the skill tree?
No, there's not. We're not choosing between light and dark side as a canon. Like as part of Star Wars canon, Cal Kestis has an arc he's going to go through, and the player's not going to choose like whether he's light or dark.
Can I throw my lightsaber and have it twirl back to me like a boomerang?
You can. It's in the demo. Yes, you can throw your lightsaber and kill stormtroopers, and it comes back to you. So. Can
you give us a sense of scale of this world? Because you mentioned there's space travel, and there's going to be a lot of hub worlds. Like, how big is this game?
I think it's pretty big. We have multiple planets. We haven't talked about all of them. or how many of them or anything like that. But yeah, you early on, you meet Seer and Grease and the spaceship Stinger Mantis, and so you go on a galactic adventure and you travel to different planets. And at any point in the game, if you can access your spaceship, then you can pull up the star map, galaxy map, and you can choose a planet that you've unlocked, and you can jump to light speed and hop over there.
So what was it like working with this franchise, and what have they provided in terms of support to help make this game a reality?
I mean, it's been great. It's been awesome. I mean, it's been a bit of a dream come true. Like I said, I was really excited about working with the lightsaber. I think it's really cool. And we set out to make the game that we wanted to make. Like, we chose to do, third-person, story-driven, action-adventure, melee game. Like, these are all choices that we made as a studio, as a Respawn team. And so we're really excited about the game we made. We chose, like, the traveling between planets and like how you get there and the spaceship and all this stuff. So, we collaborated with Lucasfilm and Disney on like the storyline and the characters and Cal Kestis and how he fits in the universe and the design of BD-1 and everything like that. But it's been great. It's been an awesome game to make.
When does Mace Windu show up? We're still waiting. He's out there somewhere.
Is he?
He's not dead.
We didn't see him die.
The cardinal rule is if you don't have a body, he's not dead.
That's true. He didn't die on camera, so we don't know where he is.
The infamous falling out a window, then never hearing from him again mysteriously.
I don't think Fallen Order is going to answer that question. So you'll have to keep your fan theories going on that one.
People loved the God of War franchise, especially for the combat in the most recent one, God of War. What did you take from that and apply to Fallen Order?
Yeah, we took a lot of things. Like I said, Stig worked on God of War 3, or was the game director on God of War 3. We also have the lead combat designer for that game, Jason DeHarris, working on the game. I worked on God of War as well. So we took a lot of that experience, and we have a lot of history working on action adventure, like working on melee games, third-person melee games. But that genre is also evolving, and so we evolved with that genre. It's not a God of War game. I mean, obviously the new God of War is very different than the old God of Wars. So just like that evolution, like we did our own evolution. We're really focusing on thoughtful combat. We built a lot of different enemy varieties, and they all behave very differently, and we put them in different configurations. And so the hope is that when when in the real game, like you'll have to think about how you're going to approach combat.
Are you strictly limited to melee combat abilities, or can you use blasters as well?
Yeah, we're focusing on the lightsaber, and then the force powers are kind of your ranged solution. And you can reflect blasters. We'll say that.
So you guys showed AT-ATs or AT-ATs in the demo. Will there be space vehicles in combat as well?
Well, actually, those are our AT-ATs. Actually, they're like rebel AT-ATs, but no, we won't have space combat.
No space combat.
No space combat.
So what was the biggest challenge for you personally on this game?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, actually, one of the biggest challenges was getting this planet travel stuff to work. So when I looked at the films, one thing that stands out to me, like growing up, having watched them and looking at them again, I noticed that a lot of scenes were bookended by a spaceship, either like landing or taking off. And I think that kind of like fulfills the galactic adventure fantasy. And so it was really important to bring that into the game. And so we have that mechanic where you can just hop on your spaceship, choose a planet you want to go to, jump into light speed, land on that new planet, and this is all seamless. It's all in game. It feels great. I think it's really going to be an awesome fantasy fulfillment.
Star Wars has a wide range of colorful characters we all have grown to love. Will some of them make cameo appearances in a very clever way in this game?
I can't confirm, but obviously Saw Gerrera's in there. We've seen him in the Star Wars universe, his appearance in Rogue One. Forrest Whitaker's voicing him in the game, and so yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars out there to draw from, and so.
What's the goal of the protagonist? What's he trying to do? Because I know he's trying to survive, but is he trying to get to somewhere? Is he trying to defeat somebody? Is he trying to meet up with somebody?
Yeah, I mean, so Cal, he finds himself in this like post-Order 66 world where the Jedi Order is in shambles.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of hiding out, just doing work on this kind of shipwreck, shipyard, salvage yard in Braca. And then something's going to happen that sets him on this hero's journey and sets him along his path. And we'll find out in the game like what he's trying to accomplish, what Seer's trying to accomplish, what Grease is trying to accomplish. All these characters have different motivations, and we'll see their stories play out.
Yeah, because in episode 3, Obi-Wan actually sends a repeating message out about what's happened. So all the Jedi that weren't on planet when the temple got destroyed knows what's going on.
Yeah, they do. And Cal and Seer are going to talk about that. They're going to talk about Order 66 and what happened, and we're going to experience it in the game, what both of them went through.
And then when does your game come out, and what platforms will it be on?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order comes out November 15th, and it's going to be on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
And any plans for Nintendo Switch?
I don't know.